everybody, DK Guillotine here, and we have some Transformer news to talk about, some pretty darn exciting news, which I was not expecting. It kind of just popped up out of nowhere, and yeah, I had the day off, so I figured why not? I'll go ahead and make my video on and talk about this stuff. So we got a new wave of studio series revealed, and it is a Bumblebee movie wave, and I've decorated for the occasion. Yes, this is a Bumblebee movie wave. We've got all Bumblebee movie characters, all Bumblebee movie figures, characters, a bunch of stuff we knew was coming for a while now. I apologize for the lighting pitch. It was a bad day to wear my Danganronpa shirt. But anyway, yeah, this is a full Bumblebee movie wave. We got a ton of Bumblebee movie stuff, mostly like the Cybertron characters, but honestly, I'm okay with that because, like, I wouldn't, like, before, like, back when Studio Series was mainly just Bayverse stuff, if you had told me that we were going to be getting a bunch of the Cybertron, like, the characters from, like, the first, like, 10 minutes of the movie where they're all on Cybertron, I probably would have said, like, really? I don't know if I really care about that. But honestly, as soon as I got Bumblebee movie Starscream, I wanted every single one of them. So yes, I am all in on this now. So let's talk about them because we have an entire wave of Bumblebee movie figures to talk about. So let's get into this. First off, we have Core Class. There are 2 Core Class figures. Yes, they are introducing Core Class into Studio Series. I am all for that. So far, I have loved every single one of the Core Class figures. So yeah, I absolutely love the Core Class figures, and I'm totally down for them being in Studio Series, especially if it means we're going to get a transformable laser beak from Dark of the Moon, because that is something I want. But this is very exciting. And Frenzy as well. Seriously, Hasbro, this has got to be your way of giving us Frenzy, right? Please, please? Okay. Sorry, getting off topic. This is a Bumblebee movie thing, although I will be honest, I kind of hope there's some more Bayverse stuff coming around in the future. I really would like to see that Fallen. There's all those rumors about the Fallen coming. I want to see it, man. I want to see it. But this is all about the Bumblebee movie, so let's get into this. So the first thing are the Core Class, and both of these figures I think do look pretty cool, but one is a lot more exciting than the other in my opinion. The first one, we'll get the lesser exciting one out of the way right now. I'm gonna try and get this lighting better real quick. There you go. Okay, I changed my shirt. Now it looks a lot better. It was the black. I told you, man, the Danganronpa shirt. I picked a bad day for it. Although, interestingly enough, my shirt is still covered in psychopaths. So, yeah, but let's get back into this. Okay, so the first one, which I think is the lesser exciting of the two, is Shockwave. We're getting a Core Class Shockwave, and while I'm okay with us getting a Bumblebee movie Shockwave, especially to go with Starscream and the other one, you know which one. This is a Core Class. Well, what's up with that? Because this isn't going to be in scale with the rest of them. So hopefully they'll give us a full-size one as well. I'll definitely get it because the Core Class figures are awesome and they're only like $10 and I can't put the fuckers down, man. I have had like a bunch of the Core Class figures just in my backpack and I just twiddle around with them when I'm on my break at work or something, or coming home from work. They're just really fun figures, so I'll still get it because it's $10 and they're super fun. Like every single one of them are super fun. But I don't really understand why we're getting a Shockwave in the Core Class. I would have much rather gotten the Shockwave in Voyager class or maybe even Leader class. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. Hopefully they will still give us a Leader or a Leader class or a Voyager class one in the future. But you know, it is what it is. The Core Class figures are super fun for the most part, so I am down with this. I think the tank mode looks a little messy. It kind of looks like Prime Shockwave's tank mode, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, even though Prime Shockwave was immensely awesome. But the robot mode also kind of looks like Prime Shockwave. Honestly, it does. It kind of has that same vibe going on, but it does look really good. It does definitely look like the Bumblebee movie Shockwave. But once again, I would be lying if I said that I kind of wish that this was somebody else and that this Shockwave was a Voyager or a Leader class, because I don't know. I just don't really see the point of giving us one. Are they going to give us like a bunch of Bumblebee movie characters in the Core Class as well? Because I don't really know if I care that much about having those, but hey, I mean, if they make them, I'll get them. You know, they're only $10, so you know, Core Class figures are so far like a straight line of awesome. So I'll still get it, but this is definitely the least exciting figure of the entire wave for me. The next Core Class figure, though, is actually pretty exciting, and that is Ravage. And we are getting Ravage to go with the Soundwave, who is a Voyager class figure. We will talk about him in just a second here. But first, we got Ravage. I actually love the fact that they're giving this as a separate thing and not putting it with Soundwave, because it means that the Ravage isn't going to be just some weak-ass, not very good. Like, I love this idea, honestly. I hope they do this in the future. Hopefully, like, I hope they do this in the future, like with maybe the next time they do a Soundwave, they'll actually like make Laserbeak in the Core Class or something, or Ravage in the Core Class, even though I'm really satisfied with the G1 one that came with the Covert Agent Ravage. But I like the idea of this, man. I feel like it's a better idea to throw those guys into the Core Class rather than have them do a have them come with them and kind of take away from the budget of that figure. And also, I don't know why, but it just sounds cool to me, the fact that it's 2 separate releases and not everybody's gonna get both releases. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of like that sense of like completion and finality where you like get one and then you get the other and then you get them, because they obviously are supposed to go hand in hand. So I don't know, I just think that's pretty cool, and I'm definitely looking forward to this. They didn't actually show any pictures of the Ravage like in there, but there's no way his chest isn't gonna open and the Ravage is gonna go in there, especially when you look at the friggin' alt mode on Soundwave, which we will talk about. But I am definitely very much looking forward to Ravage. I thought he was cool in the Bumblebee movie, much cooler than, well, you know, Revenge of the Fallen Ravage wasn't like awful. It wasn't like one of the bad parts of Revenge of the Fallen. I thought it was kind of okay, but I definitely do like the Bumblebee movie design more. So this is an exciting one. Although I will say, I mean, if you saw my community post, he turns into a box. Like, I'm not mad at it because like it's Ravage and they have to put him in Soundwave. So, and the way he looks, he doesn't really let himself do any kind of alt mode besides a box. But literally, I find it absolutely hilarious that that figure is gonna be sitting on the shelf on the peg, and someone's gonna pick it up and turn it around, and the alt mode is literally just gonna be him folded up into a box. Like, I think that's the first time that that's actually been a thing, and it's just funny in my opinion. So yeah, Ravage looks great. He comes with a bunch of accessories. He comes with a little missile, which I think is going to be for Soundwave, so that's pretty cool how they kind of go hand in hand in that same regard. So yeah, I definitely like the look of this Ravage. Definitely going to get it. This is an absolute must pick up for me. Very much like the look of it. So yeah, Ravage is definitely a winner. Now we get to the deluxes. Now the first one we'll talk about is the one we've known about for a bit now, and that is Wheeljack. Obviously we knew about this because our boy Prime vs. Prime got his review out and shocked everyone with that. No comment on that. Well, you know what? Like, a couple comments on it. Okay, no comments on it. I'm gonna get canceled if I talk about it. Okay, but the way that Wheeljack looks, he looks absolutely awesome. Like, I think he looks really great. I cannot wait to get the thing. It looks like it's going to be so much more fun than Studio Series figures, because I'll be honest, man, lately Studio Series has not had a good track record with me, man. The Studio Series started off as my favorite line, and I still love a lot of Studio Series figures. Like, for example, freaking Starscream, one of my favorite figures in my collection. I love this guy. All of the Constructicons are friggin' awesome. Brawl, absolutely, I love Brawl. I can't get to him because my chair is in the way. Brawl, another one of my absolute favorites. Blackout's pretty sweet, although his transformation is a bit fiddly. Yeah, I love the Studio Series, guys. I really do, I promise. But lately, they have just been, whoa, like these two guys, oh my god, me and these two are not friends. But hopefully these are gonna be a new set, and this guy as well. Oh my god, don't even friggin' talk to me about this guy. We're gonna talk about him in a second here as well, but I hope these are going to be more fun. I hope these are going to be more fluid and more fun, and the pieces aren't going to be, there isn't going to be like 50 billion pieces all trying to get into one spot and it doesn't want to go because there's so much plastic in the way and absolutely no clearance and like 70 billion hinges. Looking at you, Dropkick. Yeah, I hope that these are going to be fun figures and not like the current ones that Studio Series has been giving us. So that's my only hope for this, but I think the robot mode looks awesome. The car mode, honestly, I think those hinges are pretty obvious. Like, you can see in the front there's like those hinges up front, and those look very obvious to me. So I don't know, the car mode is a little bit lackluster in my opinion. Maybe I'll change my mind when I get it, but I do think the robot mode looks great. The head sculpt looks fantastic. The paintwork looks great, and the gun he comes with also looks very solid. So I'm definitely looking forward to Wheeljack. This is the only figure that actually has a review, so if you're interested in knowing more about this Wheeljack, you can go check out the review on YouTube. Once again, no comment on that because I don't want to get canceled. So yeah. Absolutely love the way this Wheeljack looks. Definitely going to pick him up. And then the next one we get, all of these are Cybertronian, like this, the beginning of the movie Cybertronian characters. And the next one is Ratchet, and I'll finally be able to get a friggin' Ratchet. It's not the one I want, although it does look pretty darn cool. I won't lie, it does look pretty cool. It looks like it's going to be a very fluid transformation. He looks like he's pretty solid in the robot mode. Hoping that he won't explode into 50 billion hinges like somebody else. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Ravage. The accessories look, not Ravage, Ratchet. The accessories look pretty good. The head sculpt looks pretty good. I like the way the alt mode looks. It does look very Cybertronian and very cool. I feel like it's gonna look really cool when we have like all of the Cybertronian alt modes like Cliff Jumper and Bumblebee and Wheeljack and all of them just lined up. I bet that'll look really cool to have a whole collection of those Bumblebee movie Cybertron vehicles. I think that will look really, really cool. Although I didn't get Bumblebee, and I'm not going to get Bumblebee because I'm not getting another version of this damn mold. But we'll talk about that. But I'll talk about that in just a second here. But Ratchet, I think, does look pretty darn good. I am definitely looking forward to him. I don't really have like a ranking for these of how much I like them. I definitely think the Soundwave is easily the most exciting one. I think nobody's gonna dispute that. Because that figure's literally been being teased for like 3 years now, and we're finally getting it. So yeah, but I mean, I don't even really have a ranking for these deluxes. I think they all look equally awesome. I'm gonna be honest with you. So yeah, Ratchet looks really, really great. And then the last one is Brawn. Finally, we're getting a Brawn, and it's not a G1 Brawn. I really need a G1 Brawn, dude, because he's one of those characters that he was always there, but for some reason, like, nobody ever remembers him. Like, I don't know. It's a funny story with Brawn. But yeah, we're finally getting a Brawn, and it's a Bumblebee movie Brawn. It's not a G1 Brawn. It's a G1-ish Brawn, but it's not a G1 Brawn for my G1 collection. So, I don't know, man. I'm looking forward to this. He does look really good. I think the alt mode looks very cool, very interesting on the alt mode. The robot mode looks great as well. I love his juggernaut head sculpt right there. Very cool. The robot mode does look awesome. The paintwork looks great on him. I'm definitely looking forward to him. Definitely gonna get him. Obviously, I'm gonna get this whole wave. But I mean, like, I would be lying if I said that I wish this was a G1 Brawn. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I'm not a G1er. I promise, I'm not a G1er. But I do want a G1 Brawn because he's like one of the only staple Autobot characters that's been there from the beginning that I don't have in my G1 collection. So yeah, but it is pretty exciting that we're getting him in the Bumblebee movie, even if he's not the exact one I want. But he still looks really good, and I'm looking forward to him. And once again, he looks like he's going to be a lot more fun than the kind of studio series we get now. He looks like he's going to be solid, and his transformation is not going to be 50 billion pieces trying to get into the same spot. So hopefully that is the case, and it's not just my eyes playing tricks on me. So yes, Brawn also looks great, just like the other two. Like I said, all three of these deluxes I think look about on par with each other. I think all three of them look about on par with each other. Now, real quick before we talk about Soundwave, because that's the big one, I do want to touch briefly that I think the maskless Bumblebee is also going to be in here. The B127, which is a repaint and remold of Cliffjumper. They did one earlier, and it was with the masked head sculpt, but I think they're doing another one, and it's unmasked, and he also is way betterly painted. Prime vs. Prime also has a review of that on his channel, but he didn't talk about it in his review, in the reveal of these, if that was going to be part of this wave as well. But I figured it would be, because there's an extra Voyager spot, deluxe spot. So I guess I'm thinking that's probably going to be the last deluxe spot is that unmasked Bumblebee. I'm not going to get this because I'm just going to tell you straight up, this mold sucks. Do not get this mold. I know that one does look like it's going to be the best version of the mold. The paintwork looks great. Honestly, he looks very good. And the tolerances actually do look somewhat good. And I'll be honest with you, I recently, for some reason, transformed this guy again. And while transforming him into robot mode sucks, honestly, for some reason, transforming this guy into car mode is actually somewhat fun. Just a little bit. Not like super fun. Not like War for Cybertron Trilogy fun or anything, but funner than most Studio Series Deluxes, I think. But I just wanted to say that real quick. But yes, I think that's going to be the fourth Deluxe in here. I don't really have thoughts on it. I'm not going to get it. This is the one I'm going to skip probably. Although who knows? I don't know. I might change my mind on it. The paintwork does look really good. And if the tolerances are sorted out, figure might actually be really good. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I've almost basically decided that I don't know, man. That friggin' mold is just not worth getting a couple of, in my opinion. But I think that's gonna be the fourth deluxe. Now, the last figure is definitely the most exciting one, in my opinion, and that is Soundwave. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. And ever since I got ever since we got the Bumblebee movie Starscream, I have been wanting more of these Voyager class Cybertron characters from the first 10 minutes of Bumblebee. I skipped Thrust because he is the same figure as this, and I couldn't and I don't know. I might get Thrust if he goes on clearance at some point, which is honestly very likely because I literally see him everywhere. He's like Grapple. He's the new Earthrise Grapple. He is everywhere. He is covering the shelves. I was literally at Walmart like 20 minutes ago to get food. He was all over the shelf. Him and the vintage reissue of Optimus Primal, and I kind of want that Optimus Primal, but not for 50 bucks, dude. Really, 50 bucks when you can get the Voyager one, which is probably way better for 30? I don't know. I think I'm going to pass on that unless I see it on clearance. Sorry about that. I know I said I was going to get those vintage Beast Wars reissues, but man, they are expensive, dude. Anyway, getting off topic again. I've gotten off topic a lot in this video, but I am definitely looking forward to the Starscream. I can't wait to see how he looks with the Starscream, and hopefully we'll get a Shockwave to go with it. Maybe even a Megatron. I've heard people talking about the possibility of them maybe doing a concept Megatron, because they are doing like concept alt modes for all of these characters. None of these characters transformed in the movie, so they are doing these, they're giving them alt modes. All of them are concept alt modes, so at that point, why not try their hand at giving us a concept Bumblebee movie Megatron? And there is a third-party one coming out that someone's already tried, and it actually does look pretty good. So I don't know. I think it could be fun if they try and do like a concept movie Bumblebee, Megatron. So I think that would be cool. But once again, I think this Soundwave looks fantastic. I think the robot mode looks fantastic. We'll talk about the alt mode shortly, but the robot mode looks absolutely fantastic. I think the head sculpt looks great. Honestly, this is like this I think is the prime example of a Transformer that looks like he literally walked off of the screen. Everything on this figure looks like a shrunken down version of the 301 that came out that everybody loved. I don't know, man. This thing barely looks like it even transforms, and honestly, it kind of does, because the alt mode on this, I don't even know what it is. I looked at it and the first thing I saw, I think it looks like a blue crab or something. Like, I have no idea. It's the absolute weirdest thing ever. I think it's supposed to be like a ship or something. I saw on Twitter someone say it looks like a pair of space binoculars. I don't know, it does honestly kind of look like that. It is probably the most nothing alt mode I have ever seen, and I guarantee you I will probably never use it once I get this figure. I'll probably show it in the review and then never use it ever again, because it literally looks like absolutely nothing. And not in a good way like Scourge. It literally looks like nothing. So yeah, alt mode is like genuinely like garbage tier, but honestly I'm not mad at that at all, because who fucking cares? Who is gonna get that Soundwave of the Soundwave that never transformed, that we never saw the alt mode of, and complain about it looking like that? Because the robot mode looks awesome, and that combined with the core class Ravage, I think is gonna be an absolute blast of a figure. So I think it looks absolutely fantastic. The paintwork looks great, the sculpt looks great, the head sculpt looks great, the little shoulder cannon that he comes with looks great. I'm excited to find out what that missile thing is about with Ravage, because it looks like that Ravage is going to come with a little missile to give to the Soundwave, although I couldn't figure out from the pictures where that missile goes. If anybody knows, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think the Soundwave looks absolutely fantastic, and it is definitely the most exciting figure of the wave for me. I think they're all pretty exciting, but this is definitely the one I'm looking the most forward to, mainly because, dude, if there was a figure this year that surprised me more, that surprised me the most, it was Bumblebee movie Starscream. This is an awesome figure. I play with this thing so much. I love this damn figure. And as soon as I got him, I wanted more of these. And Soundwave was the obvious one, because people have been talking about a Bumblebee movie Soundwave, a studio series Bumblebee movie Soundwave for a long time now. But it looks like we are finally getting it. And by looks like, I mean we're getting it. We literally have confirmation. They literally revealed them. They actually revealed them before they got reviews. Absolutely shocking. Maybe Hasbro's finally getting their shit together in that department. But there you have it, everybody. That is the whole wave. That is all my thoughts on the whole wave. This wave looks like it's gonna be a slam dunk. I'm super excited for this. Hopefully we'll get my love of Studio Series back, because right now it is waning. It is waning, man. The release of Sideswipe really did not do it, and then these two as well. Oh my lord, those two, man. If you want to see, go watch those reviews. I'm not gonna repeat myself for the 15th time. And the Jolt also looks like it's an absolute mess of a figure. I haven't gotten it yet. I am actually somewhat interested in getting it, but I haven't seen it on shelves yet, but it does look like a bit of a clusterfuck. So I don't know, man. I really think Hasbro needs it. This is a good, like, I'm looking at these and I have hope for Studio Series. This is giving me hope for Studio Series, because they look like fun. They look like fun, enjoyable Transformers. The alt modes look cohesive, and they don't look like they're going to take 50 years to transform with blood, sweat, and tears. So there you have it, everybody. That's all my thoughts. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And with that being said, this is DK Yellowstein, signing out.